Ate gaka nĩ kanyu ti karĩa mwarumagĩrwo. Ate gaka nĩ kanyu ti karĩa mwarumagĩrwo. Ici nĩ cia Mũmbi. Ate gaka nĩ kanyu ti karĩa mwarumagĩrwo. Nĩ gatũĩ. Ici nĩ cianyu. Shout out to the tasty kombucha. Tasty kombucha. From the one and only Monjiro. Now, Mombi as a divine creator. Mobi, Koba, landing on, floating on. Ate matu maria makoragwo mobete. Matu, the clouds, matu makoragwo mobete. Koba, floating. The clouds are floating. Floating. The clouds are floating. Nikorera marerete. Korera. Nikorera marerete. The clouds are floating, meaning they are on top of something. They are floating on top of something. That something you call the air. So the clouds are floating on the air. The air that you can't see, but when you move your hand, you can feel it, but you can't see it. Because air goes everywhere. That's why you can't see it. When it comes to water, you can find air inside water, H2O. You can find a bubble inside the ocean, air inside water. Okay? So air can go everywhere. You can find air in the sky. You can see it blowing dust and everything, moving wind, na vitu kama hizo. Sasa, Mombi, as the divine creator, goes beyond Gikuyu. Mombi is not Gikuyu. Mombi, as a divine creator, ebere ya Gikuyu. Even in your stories, the Gikuyu stories, Mombi is counted as Gikuyu's wife. Tua Mombi no. Oyo ni Gikuyu wakwa. Oyo ni Mombi wakwa. So for example, I'm walking with you. Okay? In this case, I'm your man. So when you're introducing me, what do you say? Oyo niwe Gikuyu wakwa. Nani I'll say, Oyo ni Mombi. Get what I'm saying? So Mombi, now Mombi, the real Mombi. Eta Mombi. Eta Mombi. Ebere ya Gikuyu. Ebere ya Gikuyu. Tondu ritwa Mombi, yugite uria umbaga. Mo. That's my throat chakra. It's based on where the moon is. I'm a Taurus. So now, the word Mombi, rebere ya Gikuyu. Niki, tondu ritwa Mombi yugite uria umbaga. Uria umbaga. Na, here's the point. Mombi, M-U. Ugenda kumenyita wega ni riri. She who creates. She who creates. Mombi. Muumbi. M-U. So, the moment you put M-U, urenda kuonanĩrĩria ati kiu kiho ni kindu gikuru makiria. It's much older. Hĩndĩ ciothe wekĩra mu. Mũmbi meaning was there before you. Any letter that has mu. Mũrũri. Any letter that it is something that is older. That is how we create the language. Even when you say mu and you're just talking about mom as a frequency, not just the word. Because even mom sounds A, but it's a new. More be older than you. You get it? Mu. When you understand how to create a language, how we came up with hieroglyphics, how to create a language, how you can create a language. You can create your own language. You just have to know what the letters represent and what consonants to use where. It's not something difficult. It's as easy as that. It's knowing that, for example, letter A can be ah. It can be ah. Or it can be ah. It can also be ah. You get it? How far you stretch it. Now, so, ugu ni kuga atiriri ati Mũmbi ndari muka wa Gikuyu. Mũmbi ndari muka wa Gikuyu. Mũmbi was never, your Mũmbi will never be yours. Ti muka waku. Okay? Mũmbi waku we gana Mũmbi. Mũmbi ni a primordial goddess. Ebere ginya ya Gikuyu. Uguo ni kuga Mũmbi ni ta gicicio gĩa kĩruru kana what you call Lilith or what you call Keiria. Okay? Na Keiria nikio ũkũigua maita maingĩ kĩringithanagio na ũtheri. So ũtheri Keiria. Na ndũngĩona ũtheri gũtarĩ na Keiria. What you call duma. Gũtumana. So Keiria gũtumana na gũthera. This is dimness and brightness. That's very different. Okay? So that's that pulse. Rĩũkoragwo ũkĩhũra ngoro. Nĩ sasa. Now, tume hau, njugire gaka nĩ kanyu. Gaka nĩ gaitũ. Gaka nĩ gaitũ. Nĩko ndĩrenda kũmũhe rĩu. Mũmbi rĩrĩa aretana, rũrũ to rũgano. Gĩkĩ nĩ kĩririkano. Kĩririkano is what you guys call an activation. Nĩ gũcoka na mũciĩ. Ti gũcokia rũĩ mũkaro. Nĩ gũcoka na mũciĩ. AKA a return. Gũcoka na mũciĩ nĩyo ĩtagwo a return. So, Mũmbi nĩ aretana. Na ndakwĩra ti ng'ano. Gĩkĩ nĩ kĩririkano. Ũririkane we wĩũ. Ũkunũke. An activation. Atĩ we ũthiage na njĩra ya kũririkana. The remembered ones. Rĩrĩa Mũmbi etana. Ndetanaga na mĩhehu. Ndetanaga na mĩhehu. We nĩ umaga nja. Ukauga kwĩna a storm. Kwĩna a storm. Thunder and lightning. It's stormy. Ucio nĩ Mũmbi agĩtana. Rĩrĩa Mũmbi aretana, ndetanaga na mĩhehu. Aurugaga thakame. Akenyenyia mahĩndĩ. akainainia mĩri yaku we ndendaga ũmũhoe. No, she's not asking for worship. She demands an awakening. Because that path is not about kneeling at an altar. It is about walking in power. Na nikio ngwiraga ndwagĩrĩirwo nĩ gũkorwo ũgĩturia maru wĩ mũndũrũme. Gĩkũyũ ndaturagia maru. A man doesn't take a knee. You are the thought. By just you being the thought only, by just being you, Gikoyo, that masculine, that Adam, that son that makes you a son, wherever you are. Eo njĩra ti ya gũturia maru. Ĩno ĩngĩ ya gũturia maru ndiyo kũrĩa mũrarutire. Ũrĩa goka mwathani. Ni agoka tatule. Na hakuna kitu kama cadets. That's not masculine. That's not Gikoyo. That is aterere. That is another form of aterere. That is the advanced Southern Kikuyu. That is the advanced learned Kikuyu. That is the good news Bible. The good news in the Bible, the good Gikoyo. Iyo ni Gikoyo new. Iyo si Gikoyo. Gikoyo does not take a knee. Gikoyo does not take a bow. The thought, the masculine, doesn't take a knee. So you are teaching men weakness. When Mombi calls, she does not whisper. She stirs the blood. She moves the bones. She shakes the roots of your being. She's not asking for worship. She demands awakening. Taking that path is not about taking a knee at an altar. It's about walking in power now. You are reclaiming your lost wisdom. You are embodying the whole force of creation itself now. It's with you. Mombi is not a mother. Mobiti maito. Mombi is a cord. It's a cord. It's a force. It's a forgotten key. We are here to remember. Shout out to Jupiter Thursday. Let me get my key. Let me get my key. Let's open some portals now. Let's open some damn portals and remember shit now, okay? You're about to go into some doors. You're about to go into some doors now. Now, I'm going to help you. Help me remember how to go to Mombi. Gwire akanega ito. Because language should not limit your awakening. So if you are the Southern Kikuyu that does not understand language, this is still getting to you. Because your DNA remembers. Mombi timaito. Mombi is not just a mother. Mombi ne code. Mombi ne hinya. Ni uhoti. A force. Mombi ni savi. Ni vuguro. Yetereire kuhiguro. Thino ikaraga umuthi has what you can call layered distractions upon distractions. Distraction as in kuhogoyo, kuhogoyo. Kindu gya gukuhogoya, ukareherwo news, kindu gya gukuhogoya. Ni thino yo muthi ikoragwo kuhogoya, 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 gukagirwo kuhogoya. No aria magirwo ni kuririkana ni makuigwo iroto-ini ciao. In their intuition, ni ukuigua nda, ukaigua handu hau hatirathi wega. Ni ukwanjia gwikora ukienda gucoka maundu ma tene. You're pulling towards the ancient way. You don't even know why, but now you want to do more grounding. You're feeling like you want to be more in nature. Kiria kirarauka thiini waku. Andu mugaga kigongona ni kirarauka. Ni DNA yaku iraririkana. The knowledge that you seek is not outside of you. It is within, waiting to be unlocked. Wherever you are going, the location you are in, kuria wikaraga, tiri ucio ni ukuwe we. The land recognizes you where you are, where you are born, even when you move. Because it's not about the land, it's how you move within the land. It's not about the land, it's how you move within the land. The land recognizes you. Mother Nature, Mumbi, recognizes you. The land recognizes you. The trees, the rivers. Migumo yako ogoro ni kuri ni gukwariria. Ni gukuonia njira. Ni gukuwuriria. We uhana darasa, the crossing. I will be one of the greatest. Ya ku restore the balance between the old ways and the new world. We haha oe maria matene, maria twateire matene. Umariukie. Maria mega. Tondu kiria kina thina ni ati gutiri na balance. Because you have to balance. You have to balance the old ways of how you are doing things with the new world. So you have to retrieve what was lost, because you lost a lot of your spiritual systems, and make it live again so that you can balance, because everything is about balance. There's nothing like good or bad. It's all about balancing your little heaven down here. So those who are for the Mugumo tree, aria Mugumo, Gumo, fame, Gumo, Mugumo, the Mugumo right, RITE, igongona ria Mugumo. Ya ukunyitirania na Mobi, inyosi wa Mobi, ohoti. Na haha ti gukunurwo. Haha ti gukovia. Haha ni kuririkana. Mumbi's path kana your awakening or your spiritual truth, your spiritual awakening, your own spiritual path is not learned. You're not going to learn about it. Even what I'm telling you is just to remind you. Your spiritual path will be activated. It will be activated. It's like a chord. When you insert a key, the right key, when you turn the lock, you activate a mechanism of opening doors, a portal. So to open that door, goya kanega ito, sit with the land. Sarihado, nyona Mwangi wa Maina akimuonia Karura Forest, shout out to him. Mwangi wa Maina nyona akimuonia Karura Forest, akiona manyoka kuna tumona, shout out to Mwangi wa Maina. So Sarihado oguikara in nature. Sit with the land. Sarihado hahorerete. Sarihado hena kamuti. Gana uthi hadu hena kidu tuwita old energy. Energy guru. Energy guru. Koguo nithio ukaigua hadu hageto hane mukure wa Nyagathanga. The fact remains hena old energy. Hena that association of old energy. It doesn't matter what old energy is. Don't go with the idea the old energy is Gikuyu or this. No, just find a place that has old energy. Maybe a mosque. Can even be a church with an old energy. Sit with the land. Near a tree. Usalie muti. Kana hadu hena old energy. Just sit. Listen. Not with your ears. Uririkane gitaigua. A deaf person has ears but does not hear. Someone who is blind, they have eyes but they can't see. So blindness is not lack of eyes. Deafness is not lack of ears. You can have ears but can't hear. You can have eyes but can't see. It tells you in the Bible. So when you sit in the land, you listen. Not with your ears. You listen with your bones. You listen with your bones. Do you know how to listen with your bones? Orie vororio siore, terio sio, orie. Teri. Maito. Niki uraririkana. Niki ugiririkana. Niki ndiravatara kumenya. Niki ndiravatara kumenya. Aborote na mubi. Rota na teri. Rota na miti. Rota na unduire, uturo, maundu mario. Riu rota na ngari. Rotaga na Jamison. Rotaga na iratu, rotaga na indo physical. Yani we iroto ciaku ne ciarigithiri. We unaotanga nini sasa? What is that kind of dream now? Dream with Mumbi. Utakomete ita Mubi. Mubi. We uria ubaga. Tanyoria maria njagirwo ni kuririkana. Korona ka notebook hau mwene-ini worire. Andika maria mothe ukuririkana. Onogo matira make sense. Andika mau mothe uraririkana kirae gia plastic, thavuria, nduriku, musumari, maria ukorotaga ati duka kumenya. Don't try to give it meaning and reasoning. Just write your dreams as they are. It doesn't have to make sense. But what will happen over time, you are going to see patterns. You are going to see patterns. You are going to see symbols. You are going to see message insights. Like you are reading your dreams, but you are getting message insights. There was a message. Sasa hapa ni deeper. Now when you want to understand what insight means, you nasikia ni insight. Inside the sight. So what happens, the same way you look for answers on a website. Let's say you want to learn how to clean a car, detail a car. Unaendanga kwa site, unaweka how to clean a car. Then when you get into that site, is a lot of how to clean cars in that site. With links, videos, other people. That's what I mean. So talk to Mobi, wewe ubaga nyonia kiria bataire kuririkana ukandika maundu mari uraririkana iyo niyo yitagwo insight. Urikoragwo hana ta wi site ni ogo ni how to clean a car, urikoragwo ta wi insight ni uri kumenya guthambia ngari mithemba yothe. You get what I'm saying? Sijui kama ina make sense. So you are reclaiming the sacred feminine codes. Those are the codes that you are reclaiming by just asking Mombi to remind you on what you can remember before you go to sleep. We agikoro we maito, a woman. We ogo we maito, we nawe utie kahida gaku. Utie kahida. Utie mahida maku. Honor your cycle. Honor it. Honor that kigongona. Someone came and lied to you that menstruating is dirty. Gave you pads. They make it untidy. You are ashamed for your menses. But you are forgetting that you are the creators. You are not the creation. You are Mombi. So if you're a woman, you're supposed to honor your cycle. Honor. Honor that cycle. Honor that complete sequence that you have gone. Align your life with the moon, not the clock. Train your body. Honor that cycle, and you are going to align your life with the moon. It will no longer be about the clock. You'll even forget about looking at the clock. You'll just know. You'll just know. You want some spiritual awakening codes? We have the keys. We have the keys. If you're a woman, start by honoring your cycle. Honor that cycle. Your menses are not dirty. In fact, when you're having your periods, that is when you are at your most powerful. So when they're saying that a man cannot have sex with a woman when she's on her periods, it's because when a woman is on her periods, she's very powerful. She's in her most creative. So, iyo mwitaga thakame ti thakame, hakuna mwanamke ubleed damu. Iyo si damu. It's not menstrual blood. It's not menstrual blood. Ritagwo guo. Mutumia riria ena kahinda gake ka mweri daumaga thakame. Mutumia ndairaga thakame. Gikuyu ndarita thakame. Tutitaga thakame. Iyo ti thakame. Iyo itagwo utune. Utune. Ucio ni utune. Red. Iyo ucio itagwo utune. When a woman is in her menses, ucio ni utune. Iyo ti thakame. Ucio ni utune. Utune is the red energy. The energy of Mars. Or Tuesday. Or passion. Aggression. That Superman. Ukiona Superman, the character nye wametengeneza, when they make that Superman character, that suit, that is utune. That is why it is a red suit. Or Iron Man. Iron Man. So, when a woman is in her menses, she's like Iron Man. Usio ni utune ora woman. That's mass energy. She's at her most creative. And she can be most destructive with that force, that Iron Man energy. Or she can do whatever she wants with that energy. It depends on her. And at that particular time, nikyo mudromera godaga komena mutumia hedio. A man, when you sleep with a woman when she's in her menses, she overpowers you. She's like Iron Man. She's all red energy. Mass. That's not blood. Itago otune. And at that particular moment, as a man, if my woman or my girlfriend is on her menses, I'm supposed to ask her, intervene on my behalf and ask Mombi to intervene. Ne hedemahitirie muno. Thucia kwa nesi jokereire muno. Ukera mukaguo agwitanire. Todo when she's in her periods, she's at her most powerful. And Mombi, she who creates, is closest to the female. The feminine. Wewe ukiwa man, you're only 30%. Mombi is 70%. Nikioera go mwanake ni kienyo kia gai. Kienyo is a pie. 30 degrees. The lady takes the 70 degrees. That is why women are the creators, not the creation. Now, that is for a woman now. If you want to honor your cycle, honor your cycle. Stop disrespecting your cycle like it's dirty, it's menses. No, it's honor your cycle. Align your life with the moon. Become the moon goddess that you are. Stop using the clock. You don't even need to be on any medication for your uh, 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 um, contraceptives. You don't even need to. You will always know. But you have to honor that cycle. You have to honor it. So this is why I keep asking you. Iko culture iko. You claim you have culture. Where is this? That should be teaching our girls how to honor their cycles. Eko. You don't have it. You don't have it. Si ndio naambia mkubali. Your culture is destroyed totally. Then we can set it up again. We can begin a new culture where we can teach women how to honor their cycles. If you're not doing it, we can do it. I'm the man. I can create. Some people are not born, they are created. Now, that is for the women. You want to reclaim your feminine codes? Nireda ugo wako kume. Nireda uririkane maudo. Nireda, you get what I'm saying? Do you want to reclaim that? That sacred feminine codes that are yours, that you can unlock by honoring your cycles. Align your life with the moon. It's as easy as that. Just align yourself with the 28 days of the moon. Start there. If you're a man, number one, recognize and protect the wisdom of the feminine. Not as something that is weaker, but as something that is ancient and powerful. Start looking at your woman like she's ancient and powerful. I know. Even when, you have dark fantasies and everything, whatever your imagination can be, start looking at that woman like something ancient and powerful, like Mombi. Start looking at her different. Even if you're giving her the dick, don't just look at her like a woman. Recognize and protect the wisdom of the feminine. Understand who Mombi is, as she who creates. Wewe Gikuyu na wewe Mombi, unyitio ati hinya wa Obi, hinya wa Mombi ukoragwo wiganainie. It is in balance, not dominance. Twi haha tutwarane, hatire gya gucidana. Tutire haha tucidane. Tutire haha tucidane ati man is better than woman, Ghana woman is better than man. No. You are losing your balance. We are not here to compete. Shout out to Tess. Let her experience her life. Beautiful woman. Respectful woman. Karango fucked up. Fuck Karango. He's a boy. So we are here not to compete. The creative force of Mombi, Mombi is in balance, is not in competition. There's nothing like dominance. Mombi, dominance. It's about balance. There are names within names. There are vibrations within words. Before we called her Mombi, tutamwitite Mombi, etagwo ati hau mbere. Bob Marley akeina, There's a natural mystic flowing through the air. That was Bob Marley. If you listen carefully now, you hear. So if you listen deeply enough, you are going to hear that name, the living archive of the name Mombi, before you even called her Mombi. That's what you should be striving for, not being stuck at Mombi. No, Mombi goes beyond Gikoyo. And that forbidden archive is you, newewe. Ate, thini waku, kidu gyothe gi thini waku, every cell in your body carries the codes of your ancestors. Now, before you get lost in the word ancestors, understand that some of us didn't even come from people who were like in human forms like this. So when you talk of ancestors, just think of ancestors as spiritual predecessors or spirits that were here before us. And some of those spirits were not even in walking forms. You get what I'm saying? So don't just look at people and think everyone is everyone. That is why no mutoe na mundu igwe na mundu taine ng'ombe yo. Aya taine ngui yo, areka ta ngui. Why do you think you are calling them that? Na automatic. It's because what humans are not humans. A lot of the people you see walking around like you and everything are not actual human. Those spirits didn't even come from a human experience. Some are new spirits, some are, I don't even know how to tell you. I don't have words for that anyway. So there's vibrations within words, the words that you use. So what was Mombi called before she was Mombi? Tukimwita Mombi. Ngai wa Gikuyu na Mombi, tukamwita Mombi. No atetietwo Mombi ri. Ritwa riu nirio we wagu ni ukorwo ukirigua. Ni rikiugage Diana ma. That code is in each and every cell of your body. The code of your ancestors. Kogu ukiuga ati urenda ndi wa Mombi, turi a Mombi, ndi wa, you have to know that whether ugi kana umenyo tukwetha no nginya witikanie naguo. Ndukanaregane. Hana ruwe. Be like water. Be like water. Bruce Lee say. Be like water, my friend. Hana ruwe. Tigaga kuregana. Go with the flow. Stop resisting too much. Embody the prophecy of the return. We so katuna musiwe. AKA, I believe in everything, but I believe in nothing. Yeah, I believe in you are a Christian. Me, I believe in whatever, everything you throw and speak about. I believe everything, but I believe in nothing. I am unique. Riria ciana cia Mombi cikaririkana nioa niguo thino igacokereria niguo ikaiganania. Indo niguo tukagia na the shift yo mutinda mwetereire mukimeta rapture. When the daughters of Mombi remember who they are, that is when this world will shift. In the meantime, as long as you don't remember, you see, you're not remembering for yourself, akina Warenga. Mutiraririkana for yourselves. Muraririkanira aria mari kuo mbere na aria maroka. No inyuĩ nĩ inyuĩ muraririkana. This is a cycle. And this cycle was interrupted, but it was not broken. You are not broken, people. You are not broken. Your cycle was just interrupted. And now, that cycle is turning again. That cycle is turning again. We're in a new world once again. Mombi ni aretana. Ni ugwitĩka. Mubini aletana niyo weteka. Kana we no competition. You know me. Me, I'm a feminist. You can't tell me shit. Me, a man can't tell me shit. It's not about dominance. It's about balance. So what path are you on, Mombi? Are you fighting self? Because you see, that path is already unfolding. That path is already unfolding. That path is already unfolding. Whether you like it or not, whether you participate or not, that path is opening. But the moment you say yes, you're like, yes, the death killer. Now the work begins. It's like you are driving. There's grass everywhere. You can see. But you can't stay there. The moment you start driving, yeah, you may fall. You may find a ditch in the field. Maybe there. You never know. But the moment you start driving, work begins. Now there's hope. Niona kule usokete na kule urasoka. Now, jugira kanega ito. There they got to kanye nyabe nyone comments or did there are comments. Let me look at the comments first before I continue. Anyway, away from the comments. Let me continue. No, don't end the live. Let me continue. Away from the comments. Now, so I'm going to give you like, what do you call them? Codes. Not codes. Like I'm going to maybe give you hints. Maybe hints. So, ancestral alignment. Remember, Mombi is not outside of you. It's not an external force. Mobida reja yaku. It's a presence within you. It's in your bones. Shout out to Peter Tosh. Alikuwa anasema you can feel it in your bones. In my bones, yeah. Okay? I got Mombi myelitis. It's in your bones. So it's in your blood. It's in your spirit. And you have to understand the difference between these. How you come to be. How you come to be. So align yourself with that energy. Then that way, all that natural knowledge can rise naturally. So you have to align yourself with that energy. So understand that Mombi, Mombi is not external. Mombi is inside you, that energy. Elini wako. Uririkane ate signs and symbols. Kero kia miti, kero. Ate mutio wena kero, ni uratwira by looking at the tree, looking at the kero, the pollen, you can tell how bountiful the flowers will be or how bountiful the maize will be based on the kero, kia boso. Boso si na kero, they are telling you. When you align yourself with nature, and now you start understanding simple things, like you can look at your plants, mbosho zako, urore kiro kiu uguo, gikwire, iyo boso ne yate, iyo boso de gociara. You get what I'm saying? So you start doing those as spiritual practices now. Spiritual practices, natural, like align yourself with nature. Don't just look at things at face value, even on your nature. I'm not telling you to go and start living outside. I'm not telling you now, but I'm giving you examples of how you have to be aligned to nature. That is ancestral alignment. Ancestral just means something has been there before you. So you're aligning yourself because this has been there before you, right? So you are born, you found a tree outside your compound. They told you this tree was planted by your grandfather, is still there. So that means it's beyond you. It's an ancestral tree. Don't think ancestors is hundreds of years. It's something that just has been there before you. So you can actually sit at a tree and the tree can help you remember a lot of shit. If you know how to listen with your bones, like we said. Names are vibrations. Ask Mobi. Mobi, todo hinya wa Mobi ukoragwo wi kuu ciugo-inĩ icio ciariganĩire. Ciugo icio ciariganĩire. Forgotten words. Ciugo. Wetagwo atĩa? Nĩ agu. Gũtahetwo rĩtwa rĩa ũmũthĩ. Itetĩtwo Njenga. Niĩ itetĩtwo Njenga. Nĩ rĩtwa rĩrĩkũ ndetagwo na hau mbere nĩ arĩa marĩ mbere? Nĩ rĩtwa rĩrĩkũ rĩkuhĩrĩirie my highest natures, my true self? Which name is that is closest to my true self that I was called before I was given this modern name? Shanika, Kamela, Richard. All these other names. Even the name Jenga. Mobi akoragwo na rĩtwa rĩrĩkũ atanĩtwo maitũ? Before Mobi was reduced to mother alone, that Mobi means mother, what name did Mobi carry? Thikĩrĩria, sit in nature. Listen. Nothing may come. You may be listening for a whole 1 week, 2 weeks. You're like, fuck this. Nothing is coming. Right? You try to sit in meditation, nothing is coming. No. It may not come when you're sitting in nature. It may come in your dreams. Observe the patterns in your life. Observe the wind. The names will come. Thakame ya Mobi ĩkoretwo kuo, flowing through many. No ti andũ othe mangĩtĩkĩra. If you feel attracted to Mobi's blood flows, uone kuhe kĩndũ thĩinĩ waku kĩroke. Mũndũ wothe wanathiĩ ũgo-inĩ, ona ngana wathire ũkĩhinyĩrwo mbũri 60 ũkĩhenio, ũgĩthiĩ ũgĩtunywo kiritoro. Don't blame yourself. What you are going through was called the blood activation. And nikio ginya makwiraga utirihwo, iyo ni blood activation, because you are remembering the lineage of that blood flow of Mobi through many. Notice the ciena aja. But it means hekidu idhini waku kiredi. Adosi yote ona magithio goine magathie bogoine ke. There's something inside them that is ready, but they don't know. But there's something inside them that is ready to come out there. Hekidu kireda kwarahuka thini wa Mobi acio the ona makihenio TikTok tukwa acio the agaf acio the ona acio Mobi acio the hekidu thini wa kirarahuka. Kidu kiu kiredi kuma. No riu matiraririkana uria Mobi, thakame ya Mobi, ti Mobi ucio uthiokaga Ngai witũ, no Mobi original, how that an original blood flow yako venye na flow. There's a way Mobi blood flows. Everybody has got their own blood flow. You have your own vibe. Na uthie kuri hathire wa soso niwe wetagwo blood activation. Andũ acio makorwo makienda shortcut ya gukuririkania kana gukunyitithania na ngomi kana gukunyitithania na Mobi blood flow through the many. Not all the metikaga. koguo to nginya uthie urihe thirĩ wa cũcũ nigetha activate blood. You can no ite maĩ tu, maĩ tu gana njohi ya mũratina. Ati ukahe njohi ya mũratina tĩri ati no ate arĩa marĩ kuo before we no godu na njohi ya mũratina maĩ matheru ati niĩ nĩ ndĩte arĩa marĩ gũkũ mbere yakwa niĩ ndĩta mũmbi. Rĩu ũrarĩria arĩa mokĩte before you na ndũramarĩria ati ũkĩenda kĩndũ. No, you are just honoring. Nĩ ndamũtĩya, ndamũria ũrangĩri wanyu, ndamũria gũtongorio nĩ inyuĩ na njĩra ya ma. Reke kĩrĩa kĩorire kĩnjokerere. Just that. Ucoke wikare hau thĩ, wĩigue thakame yaku yacenjia. You may notice some sensations. Wahota kũigua kaũndũ gacenjia thĩinĩ waku. Wahota kuona kwanjia kũririkana maũndũ ma nahau tene. You get it? So, rĩrĩa ũrĩa mũndũ no nginya arĩhe thirĩ wa cũcũ, to nginya arĩhe thirĩ wa cũcũ. That ritual can be done in so many other ways. Because that ritual is just the blood activation ritual, nothing more. Which is a ritual for remembering the lineage of your blood flow as Mombi through the many arĩa manakorwo kuo. No ti othe mangĩtĩka. Kwĩ ngomi imwe citarĩ cia kũhuka. Nĩ kũrĩ andũ a kũhuka. Marĩtwa nĩ mahukaga. Wathani nĩ ũcenjagio. Mwangi na Maina. Na kũhuka ti kĩndũ kĩũru. Kũhuka nĩ kĩndũ kĩu. You have outgrown that thought form or that feeling. So you need to shed it and go into something better or bigger or lighter or higher. Not heavy. Heavy ni mai, ni dimness, thickness, a lot of contamination, accumulation, heavy, thick emotions. Yeah, too heavy. We don't want too heavy. We want light. We no uthihe mugumo. Ukarie gumo. Matunda ma mugumo. Ugie gumo. Mugumo, hau igwe na gumo matunda. Timothy. It's not a tree. Iyo nĩ njĩra. Between two realms. Ireri. If I'm not wrong. I think a realm is Ireri or something. Negoririkana. I will remember. Uria mugumo niki uriganĩirwo. Mugumo uyu niki ndiganĩirwo. Thiĩ uikare thĩ hakuhĩ naguo. Thiĩ ũnyitirĩre mugumo ũcio. Ogoro ndũrĩ no imagine tono ko kwanyu gũtikĩrĩ mugumo hakuhĩ. Urie niki ndirariganĩrwo, niki ndiganĩirwo. Niki ũĩ ndiganĩirwo. Unyitĩte mugumo ũkauria niki ũĩ ndiganĩirwo. Niki ũĩ. Tondũ warĩ ho mbere yaku. Ndio wahota kũigua wahehererwo. Wahota kwanjia kũmenya maũndũ, kũririkana maũndũ. Cioneki. Ukaroraga cioneki ciaku. Cioneki is what you call a dream. When you wake up in the morning and you tell me, wa muthaka, ila ndirarotire no ukuonga umeota. Yuna niambianga nitangwa kioneki. Yuna niambianga ni vision. Kioneki. Cioneki ciaku. Start tracking your cionekis. Icio nĩcio visions. Dream tracking. Dream ni vision. Okay, you're having visions and imaginations, visions. kiroto ndũngĩririkana guti mundu ũririkana kiroto giake. The only way you can remember ni ũratorotire is when you have marotero. Wakorwo na indo cia white gũkũ kero, hey, wĩna marotero na makorwo maumĩte because you are choking in your dream. So this will be like a dream, would be like a nightmare, almost not even like a nightmare. You are struggling in the spirit world. So in the morning you have a white foam. Now that's what you call a dream. What you remember is not a dream, it's a vision. So you should not be dream tracking. You should not be tracking your dream. You should be tracking your visions. Because you can't remember your dream. You can remember the visions in the dream. But you woke up, so you can't remember it. Oh, edi torokera mobi. Oi mobi. Nyonia njĩra tu. Nyonia njĩra. Rũciinĩ wokĩra ũkandĩka cioneki iria ũronire. Visions icio ciothe. Ukandĩka kĩroto kĩu. Tũgĩte kĩroto for now. Vision ĩyo. Tũsimbo ũronire, ndĩrona mũtharaba, ndĩrona kĩ. Ciandĩke. Research those symbols. Research them. Hizo ni ufunguo. Those are keys. Research them. What comes next? Pole pole. Because this is unfolding. Hii ni kitu inenanga ikikuja pole pole. This is a remembering. This is an initiation. Urathi ukikunuragwo, urathi ukiririkanaga, urathi ni kaundu karathi gakikikaga. Mũmbi ndakwĩraga ũmũrũmĩrĩre. Mũmbi akwĩraga ũtuĩke. Ituĩka. Mũmbi does not tell you to follow her. Mũmbi is not asking you to follow. The divine feminine is not asking you to follow. She is asking you to become. Ũtuĩke. Ituĩka. Mũmbi ndakwĩra ũmume thutha. Ndarenda kũrũmĩrĩrwo. Mũmbi is not asking you to follow her. She's asking you to become. Your greatest version of yourself. Koguo ũkinya handũ ũrĩonaga maũndũ na ũtiganu, okay? Ũrĩonaga you'll be tested. But now you'll be tested by the right people and the right situations. You know that is different. You start seeing things differently. Now you'll be tested. But the right people and situations are the ones that are now going to test your growth. The right people are now testing your growth. So the people numbers that you have that are texting you are the right people and situations to test your growth. So you have to see things differently now. So the old ways start making new sense today now. The old ways start making sense in new ways now. Now your knowledge is coming back. But it's coming back through you. It's not coming through books. So understand that the world is changing. And those who carry Mombi's fire are waking up. And you're not alone in this. Others are being called. Some will hear. Some will ignore. But the path is clear for those who walk. But now it's time to walk boldly. You walk boldly. Because the time of remembering has come. When someone asks you, what are you doing? Just tell them, I'm remembering. Why are you not taking any bullshit anymore? I'm remembering. I'm not taking bullshit because I'm remembering. I'm remembering who I am. I'm in my remembering time. Because the last time I checked, I didn't consent to being treated like that. So I'm remembering. So me questioning you is me trying to remember. When did I allow that to become something that I can, that I can allow people to speak to me anytime they want? You get what I'm saying? So shout out to the Mombis in the house. Align your days with the moon. Mombi. When Mombi wakes up, that shift. So the feminine wars is not the solution. Now they give you that because you feel there's a war to fight, but that's the wrong war. And shout out to all the feminists. You mean nothing to me. You are beneath me. I only respect the feminine in you, not you. So, as a divine masculine, that is how I talk. So if you are going to hate on me on how I talk, that means you have a lot of work to do. That already means you are a feminist. You're not a divine feminine. When you wake up in your divine feminine and align your cycle with the moon and start remembering who you are going to bring that shift that is supposed to be happening. And now the divine masculine can see that it's not about competition, because right now men feel like you're in competition with women. No, this boy is not me. Me, I'm not a man, I'm male. There's a difference. But when you look into the world, the men look like they're in competition with the women. They are feeling threatened by the women. But the women are just stepping up in their feminine role. Men, you can also remember, but hamutalikumbuka kwa hiyo kadeti mnaenda. Men don't take bows, they don't take knees. Men are not led by the Holy Spirit. We are not led by spirits other than ourselves. Dhiwa aliye na mugumo. Watu wa kadet, wacheni ujinga, tokeni hiyo kadet. Enda utafute mugumo, ujishikilie hivi, ambie kukumbushe mugumo woi doria kuririkana. Then you are going to remember the codes inside you. Stop being weak in 2025. And it's always the Kikuyu men. It's always the Kikuyu men. It's never other communities. Sitai ona communities zingine wakijita kadetu wakiombaomba hapo in weakness. It's always Kikuyu men. That's why I'm telling you, your culture is destroyed. So you need to reawaken. Tuamushe, we create a new culture. Hakuna jia ingine. There is no other way. Tutiracokia roe mukaro. Tutirekora maitha maitu mekaga. None of that old energy. That energy, we can only take what works and renew it. Renew it. It's old energy that we need to renew. And there's some old energy that doesn't need to be renewed, and it's okay, because even in nature tunaonanga wanyama wakikuwa extinct. Show me the white rhino. Show me the white rhino. So extinction is something that happens even in nature. So we can also have some of our cultural thing going extinct, because I've seen a white rhino go extinct with my own eyes. Otherwise, show me a white rhino. So the world is showing me nature as above, so below. Things sometimes end, and we have to accept that some things end. Nisikia tena mkiambia mtu alipe dhili ya shosho hapa. Nani amekuambia hata shosho yake alikuwa na agree to those terms and conditions? Na wewe hata ujui babu yako ametoka wapi? Gaguka wanyu atweka umire ko. Your own guka doeka ine kure umire. Your own guka. Guka doeka ine kure umire. Gutwika gaumite muranga. Your own guka gutiri mundu we kure umire. No ni guka guo. And you are very comfortable with that. Mwetekirire atia? Ati guka wanyu doeka ine kure umite. Agoire kuma iguru. Mulikubali aje? Mwetekirire atia? Ati vava ito doeka ine kure umire. What do you mean doeka ine kure umire? Agoire tabura. Gana aumire ko. So if that is something that is real, ati no mukona vava muto yo kure umire, then who told you na thire wa susu wanyu? Susu wanyu ni kure umite. No gana ginya re moi koyo. No ga ginya ni ari hite thire. Mudo yo kure muri hire thire. Urire susu wanyu. We can't do that. We have to create something new. If you're in the age of Aquarius now, though this is the age of, we can call it Aries, because we are here to begin a new world. They are busy building back better, a new world. You can see them flattening cities and countries. And they're even talking of rebuilding with no shame. Those people practice their rituals the hardest. That is why they're in charge of the world. They don't play with rituals. When you hear them talking of building back better, they know what they're talking about. Mumeanza kureport page. You've started reporting my page now. Okay? Just do these rituals and do them hardest. Yourself. God is feminine, not necessarily a woman. A woman is a construct of us. Okay? But The yin, the internal, the female is what you are calling female. Shout out for the roses. You make the video beautiful with the roses. So once the women reset that natural, and it's hard, I know it's hard, you know, because the women have been left to run the world by the people who run the world because they want that imbalance to continue. So they want the woman to continue looking down on the man, and the man has given up. So the man has failed his role of what a man is supposed to do. A man is supposed to create. That's all a man is supposed to do. Create something. Even if you're not creating a business, a job, you have to be in that creative mode. You have to be seen as creative in one way, shape, or another. Because your creative mind with the right woman can create something beautiful. Man is creating. Create energy. Woman is nurturing. Nurturing. Growth. Incubating. Sometimes you have to keep my seed with you for a few days. As you feel that seed, how is that seed? Esoterically speaking, then you're supposed to give me, it's supposed to give birth. That feeling. It's supposed to be a child. You're supposed to give me that child that comes out of that feeling. That becomes the child. Shout out to Monjiro. She has brought me breakfast in the car. You want to say anything? She's gone. She brought me tea. She's like, this motherfucker, all he does is talk, 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 talk. He doesn't care about his breakfast. It's breakfast time. I'm not even having breakfast with my man. My man is in the car talking on the phone, talking to strangers. We should be sitting down at breakfast, having breakfast at the Tiffany's, at the Anjiros. Shout out to Monjiro. Anyway, back to the live. there's other queens also here, you know. Other queens now. I'm having breakfast with my other queens here. I have the lock. I have the keys. Oh, where's my key? I have the key. We're unlocking knowledge. We're unlocking Mombi. That's a lot of Fala's energy right there. That's a lot of thought, stick energy. Shout out to those people. Now, where are we? Now, you see now what food does to me. You see, once you start feeding at Auras, now he's distracted. Now the food is distracting. It smells amazing. The mushrooms smell amazing. The egg looks amazing. The mango puree looks amazing. Oyster mushrooms, kuna kienyeji mukiwe. It's a beautiful breakfast. Beautiful breakfast. I'm gonna enjoy this. My palates, I'm gonna enjoy those well-made oyster mushrooms. I'm gonna enjoy them. I'm gonna chew them. That mango puree, I'm gonna enjoy it. That egg, oh, I'm gonna enjoy every bit of this. It's Friday. I'm going to enjoy this breakfast. Trust me, I'm gonna enjoy this breakfast. Woo. Get ready, my senses. You know, as I told us, I'm a master of the senses, so I can already smell the food, can smell the tea. Every cell inside me can smell the food. Shout out to you. Today is your birthday. Shout out to you, Pisces energy. With your crazy dreams. You might be having very crazy dreams now. Wonder if God is a woman. Someone is saying if God is a woman. I wonder if God is a woman. So many songs about wondering whether God is a woman. What if she's a woman? And what if she's a man? What if God was one of us? Just a snob like one of us. What if God? Who cares what God looks like? All possibilities. Now, before I go and enjoy my breakfast and let you enjoy your Friday, I like to give you some tips on something that you can do. So the other day, I was with some beautiful queen and we were talking about human design. She needed to remember about human design, okay? So you can check your human design to know what kind of energy you bring into this world, okay? So you can use Google. Say today is your birthday, get on Google, key in the day you were born, the month, the year, the location you were born, the time if you can remember. Find your chart online, okay? Now based on that chart, it's also better if you can find your human design. You can Google human design. Google is going to give you the answers. Then once you know your human design, it's going to help you move better in life also. It's awesome. So do have a beautiful Friday. Teamwork makes the dream work. You are beautiful people. No one should ever tell you that you're not beautiful. You may feel lacking based on how the world is around you and the terms and conditions that you think you're supposed to fulfill before you do something. You get what I'm saying? So you believe that unless you have money in paper form, you are not okay. But the thing is, you don't need the money because you don't need something to be taken care of at that particular moment. Everything is already taken care of. So you have to have gratitude first. And then the next and everything else will follow. Okay? Gratitude. So be grateful for a lot of shit. Because even right now you've been breathing, but you are not even grateful that you even forgot you are breathing. Or the other organs are working. You know, your rectum is trying hard to keep your shit inside you. You have muscles that are already contracted. You know how tiring it gets when you contract your muscles. Your bicep, you are contracting your bicep and it gets sore, but your ass never gets sore from holding your shit inside you. Appreciate little things. You know what I'm saying? So some little gratitude here and there. Don't just be walking careless, talking careless. You know, be grateful for being under the shade, the internet you have. You know, be grateful. There are people who are on the other side of the world, but you're not them. But that again doesn't mean that you should feel sorry for them. You should have empathy, but it is what it is. You're not there. Cut off a lot of news that you don't need and follow so many pages that you don't need. Follow the pages that you feel are more aligned to you. Cut off the little bullshit that you feel like, cut off a lot of that weight also. You don't need it. You don't need it. Be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. Yeah, just be grateful. Yeah, just gratitude. I think that's all. Just be grateful that I'm grateful for my breakfast right now. I'm going to enjoy this breakfast and I'm going to take it down with a piece of banana that has been sitting right here next to me. So, I'm grateful for this. And I'm grateful for you for coming for the live and for the Wi-Fi for holding up. I'm grateful for everything. Ciao, ciao.